Disney Adventure World, the park formerly known as Walt Disney Studios, has officially had the glow up of a decade. We're talking billions invested, a brand new lake, an entire Frozen Kingdom, nighttime spectaculars, and even a new Lion King land that is right on the way. For years, this was the park people almost skipped, but in 2026, the big question is this finally full-day park, and is it worth the second park ticket? Hi everyone, we're Magical Brits, and today we're sharing how to actually plan your day at Disney Adventure World. When you enter the park, you'll arrive at the world premiere entrance, which replicates the vibes of the classic Hollywood backlot with the iconic Fantasmic Mickey fountain. Inside, you'll find shops, places to eat, and the neon lights of the boulevard. You'll then be quickly greeted by several lands and the headline attractions of only a 5-minute walk. Because it's a smaller park, queues do build fast. This is when you should use rope drop, so you can knock out the biggest waits before most guests finish their coffee. The world premiere is also home to the iconic Tower of Terror, an intense ghoul-themed drop ride which sends you up to the hotel in an elevator before randomised drops take you up and down. To the right of world premiere, you'll be greeted by the worlds of Pixar. This land features numerous themed areas from Pixar films including Toy Story, Cars, Finding Nemo and Ratatouille. The land features rides such as Toy Soldier's Parachute Drop, a family-friendly rise and drop ride, Slinky Dog Zigzag Spin, which is a small circle coaster for children or adults who don't want to feel those thrills, RC Racer, which takes you in the iconic car moving from left to right as you reach thrilling heights. We'll be honest, this ride is more intense than you'd expect. The Cars Spinning Ride, similar to a Teacups or Twister type ride. There is also Cars Road Trip, that replaced the former backlot tour ride system, which, as you'll know, as you reach the end of the ride, you get met with some thrills and some fire and flames. You can really feel the heat when you reach that point of the ride. There is also the Ratatouille ride. This shrinks you down to the size of a rat, as if you was Remy rummaging around the kitchen and the streets of Paris. And lastly, Crush's Coaster, which is a Nemo-themed indoor Crazy Mouse coaster that can only be found at Disney Adventure World, and to be honest, is one of the highlights. Crush's Coaster often racks up the longest queues in the park due to its popularity and low capacity, as the ride features carts of 4 with seagulls overhead. We'd recommend using rope drop for this ride, or timing early morning or just before close for the shortest queues. Now let's take a step and go to the left of the world premiere. This will bring you to the Avengers Campus, arguably one of the best lands at Disney Adventure World. It's a highly immersive experience featuring 2 rides, dining and regular guest appearances from the Avengers and villains. So let's start with the dining. Pyms Kitchen is located down the main stretch of Avengers Campus, offering a sit-down buffet restaurant. This restaurant is unique as the food is themed around Ant-Man and the use of Pym particles. These particles have either made the food tiny or extremely large, just like Ant-Man, meaning you can get a slice of a burger or little tiny sliders. This is a really unique experience, and having dined here, it's lots of fun, the food is of decent quality for DLP, and it's a great way to fill up. We'd highly recommend this restaurant for anyone who loves Marvel. The 2 attractions featured in this land are a high-speed roller coaster and an interactive game shooter. Spider-Man Web Adventure is an interactive web shooter game where you compete against others to shoot the most spider bots, as they've escaped and multiplied, taking over the Avengers Campus. This ride is similar to Toy Story Mania and Buzz Lightyear, so it's a great competitive game. The roller coaster is Avengers Assemble Flight Force and is a re-theming of Rock and Roller Coaster. It features a launch of 0 to 57 miles per hour in just 2.7 seconds, with Captain Marvel and Iron Man following you along for the journey as you undergo inversions and race to the finish. Adventure Way is the most underrated addition to Disneyland Paris, and it does not get talked about enough. You'll first enter the new Adventure Way from the centre of the world premiere, with a beautiful walkway before being greeted by the lake, the new crowning centrepiece, offering spectacular views of the mountain of Arendelle. This new area offers a similar experience to that of Epcot, but perhaps at a smaller scale. It connects to each and every land, turning it from Walt Disney Studios to Disney Adventure World, with lots of food stalls and shops surrounding the lake. The new land is also home to the Rapunzel's Tangled Spin, a teacup-style ride that brings a certain charm and beauty to the park. This is also one of the most underrated additions to this park, and a must for any fans of the film. There is also a second ride coming to Adventureway in 2027 called Wilderness Explorers Sky Swings. This ride will be a classic spinning swings ride themed to that of the Up film. Now, on to the final and the most popular addition to Disney Adventure World, the World of Frozen. You'll enter the World of Frozen from Adventureway following a short walk around the lake. As you enter, you'll be greeted by the entrance of the town of Arendelle, a stunning snowflake fountain and not one but two castles. The first one sitting upon the mountain and the second to the side of Arendelle with a connecting bridge. This land features one ride, the Frozen Ever After boat ride. This takes you on a journey through iconic scenes from the movie and is a truly magical experience, with a surprise drop near the end. In terms of the eateries, you have the Nordic Tavern, offering traditional Nordic foods such as meatballs. There are also plenty of shops offering exclusive World of Frozen merch. This new land is amazing. However, there is one mistake everyone makes when visiting the World of Frozen. Everyone rushes straight there as it's the shiny new attraction. This land is truly amazing, but with that come the crowds. This land is so popular, in fact, it has its own wait times and queues, which you can find on the Disneyland Paris app. There are lots of shows and entertainment at Disney Adventure World. This park has quietly become one of the most entertainment-heavy Disney parks in the world. Whilst everyone else stands in a 70-minute queue in the afternoon, you could be sitting down, resting your feet, and watching one of the best shows in Disneyland Paris. We recommend the must-do shows are Mickey and the Magician, Together a Pixar Musical Adventure, which is amazing, and Minnie's Dream Factory. We'd recommend watching these shows between 1 and 4 PM when rides are at their busiest. A day at the park ends with a huge new nighttime show around the lake called Cascade of Lights. This pulls together drones, fireworks and water effects, featuring references to Avengers, Pixar and Disney classics. You can view this full show on our channel, we'll be sure to link this in the bio. But here's the best news of the day. You do not need to camp for a spot this nighttime show, because the show surrounds the entire lake. The effects, the fireworks, everything will sit in the dead centre. Therefore, you can just find any spot around the lake, and to be honest, from our experience, any spot is a good spot. So, viewing is almost good anywhere. This means you can sneak in extra rides whilst everyone else saves their viewing space. Then you can stroll over shortly before the show time and enjoy the end of the day stress-free. It's a bit different to your regular shows, but we think it's probably the best nighttime show at Disneyland Paris now. So, is the park worth it now? For years, Walt Disney Studios was a half-day park. But in 2026, with the new lands, entertainment, lake and more expansions on the way, this is absolutely a full-day park. And if you plan your day smartly, you can absolutely fit everything in. Disney Adventure World is the change Disneyland Paris has been calling out for years, making it a contender against the other parks. If you'd like a more in-depth look at the World of Frozen, watch our 5-minute guide on everything you need to know. And if you found this helpful, tell us your must-do attractions in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for future Disney guides.